Tonight, this video is dedicated to this nice glass of Cavassier and Coke. Hold on a second. Oh, that's good. That's really good. The title of this video, Know Your Worth. This week I was called a staunch opportunist. And I was pretty much impressed and flattered because it's true. I am an opportunist. And the reason that I am an opportunist is because over the years, I've learned what my worth is. And I have the audacity to ask for my price and not flinch about it. This is something that I think that you should understand. We live in a world right now where people think certain things are unfair. Well, let me break it down for you. There are certain things that are not fair. That's life. It's never going to change. Get over it. At some point in this thing called life, you will be selling yourself, a product, a service, a company, an organization, an ideal, a belief. At some point, you will be doing that. So everyone that's within the sound of my voice, that's you. I don't care if you're getting in the storage auction business or not. I don't care if you're picky. I don't care if you just sit back and watch for the simple amusement that I make you freaking smile. At some point, you will be presenting something, and the more value that it has, the more likely that it will be received by the person or persons that you're presenting it to. The reason that I'm doing this video is we live in a society right now that's under a lot of chaos. It's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of people that are hurting. And many people want the wheel of life to soften up and automatically become fair. It's not. Those who have made themselves valuable are going to command a higher price, whatever that price may be, than you will, because simply put, you have not made yourself valuable to the world. Is that harsh? Yes, it is. Is it the truth? You damn skippy. One of the reasons that you're not getting what you want out of life is you don't know your price. And when I say price, that's a twofold deal. You don't know what price that you will be willing to pay to make yourself valuable, and you don't actually have a good idea of what value is. You take, say, arbitrary numbers and say, well, something should be worth something because so-and-so said it. That's not the case. And a lot of people don't like those terms because it's so clinical and it's so cold, but it's the truth. That is the reality of living on this planet. Notice I said planet, not United States. This is an international thing. Everyone has a worth. You may not be worth 2 crummy nickels. Now let's talk about making yourself valuable. One of the things, and the Redneck Picker and Dwayne Castle and Addicts touched upon this, that some people feel that because you may go into a certain situation and someone has something for sale and you get it really cheap, then you sell it and make a lot of money, that somehow you exploited that person. As the Redneck Picker said, no, you didn't. See, this is the thing that many people don't see, and this is something you definitely don't see on television, on the reality shows. Anyone that's really good in the resale profession, whether it's picking, storage auctions, owning a store, thrift store, has invested an incredible amount of time, effort, and money getting to that point. I didn't wake up with this knowledge. I did a video. My business education, to my estimations, cost me $695,000 over the course of my life. That's how much I invested in me. How much have you invested in yourself? Think about it. I see it every day of the week. You have people who will pay more for a purse than they will for a book that will help them make money. A purse, a pair of shoes, or in some cases, a car that does nothing but take money out of your pocket and does nothing to put money into your pocket. Do you know that most commercial vehicles, being a Sprinter van, a box truck, or even a 27-foot straight truck, cost less than the middle of the market luxury car? Yes, you can get a Sprinter van brand new for $40,000. You can get a box truck in the Isuzu NPR, once again, under $40,000. You can get a straight truck used are not, once again, for under $50,000. You have Infinitis, BMWs, and other vehicles that you just haul your precious little kids around in that cost more than a vehicle that will make you money. Let me say that again. The thing that you have sitting in your garage right now that is sucking money out of your wallet, out of your check, out of your 401k, doesn't make you any money, costs more than something that will. And I see it all the time. Why? Because people don't really properly estimate value. Hold on. The Cavassier is calling me again. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. But the deal is, these are some tips for you on making yourself valuable. And this has nothing to do with money in terms of having a bunch of it right now. It has everything to do with you're in a position where you don't have the things that you want. How do you get the things that you want if you don't have any money? Independent study. If you take 5 hours a week and dedicate those 5 hours a week to one area consistently for the course of a year, you will become close to being an expert in that field. 5 hours a week. Consistently. It's not the 5 hours that's going to screw people up. It's the consistency that's going to screw people up. And you'll do it. You'll start off really strong, and just like those fake ass New Year's resolutions, you're in there for 15 days, 30 days, then it all goes to shit. Because you don't value yourself enough to press forward. Anything that you really want in life, anything that you find valuable, you actually have. You want a big screen television? You have it. You want a luxury car? You have it. You want a house? You get it. What you really deem to be valuable, you get it. Do you want to take a trip around the world? If it is high enough on the priority list, it will happen. I don't care if you have to max out your credit cards or whatever. You'll do whatever you need to do to make it happen. Now, how does one make themselves valuable in a recession? Number one, forget the recession. Forget the economy. Forget what other people are doing and focus on what you're doing. Focus on making yourself valuable by gaining information. What are you doing to make yourself more valuable? Daily. This cannot be a part-time occupation or a limited engagement. This is something you need to do every day. I don't care if it's 5 minutes reading a magazine about success. I don't care if it's walking up a hill to lose those extra 5 pounds. You need to be consistently working on your goals to make yourself valuable. This is something I learned from Lead the Field. And Earl Nightingale put it out there years and years ago, and some of the lessons that I got from listening to the audio course took a while to take root. But something he said about a lot of people in their profession. They may be in a profession, but they only know anywhere from 10 to 20% about their profession. They don't know 100% about their profession. Have you ever gone somewhere and you've dealt with a professional that knew their whole industry from the top to the bottom? You ask them a question, they didn't have to go research it. It was on the top of their head. That is a person that made themselves valuable. There are people out there who are selling cupcakes, who are selling things that are not necessary, but because they figured out how to make that proposition valuable, they're making a lot of money, and they're doing quite well because they brought something to the market that the market wanted. In terms of getting on this side of the game where you're actually a producer, because if you go back to my video, producers, consumers, once you become a producer, your whole mindset changes because you look at life totally different. By becoming a producer, you're making yourself valuable to the world because you're doing something that people want, or you won't be successful. You're not going to get any money if you're doing something that people don't want, or you're providing a service that people don't want. It's not going to happen. As in case of Webvan, remember that grocery delivery service that failed miserably and lost like $370 million? Great idea, great execution. Problem was people didn't give a shit. So away it went. But that's a whole nother conversation. But the deal is, to create value in yourself, you have to work on yourself. And when I say work, I'm not talking about PX90. I'm talking about the mental game. People that have accumulated a great knowledge about anything are valuable and usually do quite well in their chosen profession, regardless of what it is, because they know a lot. Essentially, what I'm telling you is, instead of pissing and bitching and bemoaning the plight of the economy, do something about it. Because this is the thing. What we're going through in terms of the economy, it's not going to change anytime soon. It's not. But there are people who are doing quite well because they've made different choices and they think differently. Become one of those people. Stop hating those people. Change the way that you think and you will change the way that you live. One of the things that you can do right now to create a lot of value is actually turn the television off and pick up a book and take an online course. I don't care what it is. Reduce the number of hours that you watch TV. Where you put your time is where you're going to make your money. If you're putting your time into a bunch of things that yield no profit, no value, why are you pissed off that your life sucks? You are the sum of what you do and the people that you hang around. That is your life. Another reason to turn off the television is something that I've noticed that is happening to a lot of people in the world. The ability to focus and the attention span is going to hell. By turning off the television and forcing yourself to read a book, you'll start to develop those brain cells again. They'll start to wake up and your powers of focus and your ability to concentrate will increase. The way that things are going right now, people are becoming drones. Can't think for themselves, can't read, can't focus. You're becoming part of the matrix willingly because you refuse to fight it. This is your challenge if you're watching this video and you've made it this far. For the next month, and I mean starting today, not tomorrow, not in 2012, not as some fake ass New Year's resolution, but starting right now, today, you're going to take 1 hour a day to improve your mental game. You're going to pick a book that is not entertaining, not stimulating, but a book that's designed to help you increase your knowledge base. And you're going to read that book. An hour a day, actually, if you read an hour a day, you should be able to read 4 or 5 books in a month. And notice how this will improve your life. Another part of this challenge. In the morning, instead of reading what some crazy athlete did, what Kim Kardashian didn't do, or who she didn't do, you're going to actually read USA Today online, Wall Street Journal, the Huffington Post. Just pretty much scan it. Take 30 minutes, just scan Huffington Post, Wall Street Journal online, your local newspaper, and USA Today. And just spend 30 minutes on that and watch what happens to your ability to start and engage in conversations throughout the workday with your peers. One of the reasons that you have a lot of dull people out there is not because they're stupid. They don't really do anything to make themselves undull. And how does this go about making yourself valuable? Simple. Connections. The more people that you can connect with, the more valuable that you will become in this world. See, this is how you're paid. You're paid on not how educated you are. It has nothing to do with it. Seriously. You're paid on how easy it is to replace you. The more difficult it is to replace you, the more money you will make. The easier it is to replace you, the less money you will make. Forget education, forget experience, think value. The more valuable you are to your organization, your family, your life, the world, the more money, the more love, the more adulation, the more affection you will receive. If you're not receiving the affection and love or money that you desire, it's because you haven't made yourself that valuable. Once you do, it will be a benefit of doing those things. Now, take the challenges seriously. An hour a day, turn the television off, and actually focus on you and watch the results. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auction.